Dealers might see sugar as the enemy. But for the rest of the world, sugar isn't just a sweet ingredient found in almost everything we eat. It's brown gold that fuels a global sugar industry. So have you ever wondered how millions of tons of sugarcane are produced every year? The journey of this humble plant begins in vast fields, where sugarcane is harvested using massive, one-of-a-kind machinery. From there, those sweet, juicy stalks are transported to modern factories, where, under the hands of skilled workers and cutting-edge machines, they're transformed not only into sparkling white, refined sugar crystals, but every remaining part is also used to create eco-friendly products and livestock feed. Today, Agriculture Insight will take you inside some of the world's most advanced sugar factories and uncover the many fascinating secrets behind this incredibly versatile plant. All of that and more right here in this video. Let's get started. Now imagine yourself standing in the middle of a sugarcane field that stretches all the way to the horizon, where towering, sturdy stalks reach up under the sun. Welcome to Brazil, the kingdom of sugarcane. Every year, this country grows over 700 million tons of sugarcane, more than anywhere else on Earth. But don't let the plant's humble appearance fool you. From this seemingly simple grass, humans have built a massive industry, worth over $40 billion. And here's a sweet little fact you might not know. Just 10 sugarcane stalks are enough to produce a 1 kilogram bag of sugar. Compared to other crops like corn, wheat, or fruits which contain less than 10% sugar, sugarcane stands out with a natural sugar content of up to 16%, making it one of the sweetest and most efficient raw materials for sugar production. And it all begins with the harvest season, when the sugarcane fields come alive, ready to kick off a brand new production cycle. Before the harvest season officially begins, farmers in many sugarcane growing regions choose to burn the fields. It might sound unusual, but the goal is to remove the dry leaves and unnecessary tops of the sugarcane. This practice helps clean the stalks, reducing the amount of unwanted material, like fallen leaves, organic debris, and insects, which in turn makes the harvesting process quicker and more efficient. Plus, collecting only the sugar-rich stalks helps cut down on transportation costs. However, because this method produces a significant amount of smoke and harmful emissions, sugarcane burning is now strictly regulated. In some areas where it's still allowed, burning must follow specific timeframes and environmental conditions to minimize its impact on air quality and public health. In light of these concerns, harvesting fresh, unburned sugarcane using modern machinery is increasingly being encouraged and is quickly becoming the new standard. Sugarcane harvesters are engineered with high precision, capable of cutting close to the ground without damaging the roots, allowing the plant to regenerate for future harvests. As the machine moves along the rows, a system of sharp, continuously rotating blades slices the cane stalks cleanly. At the same time, the leaves and tops are removed directly on board, using a smart separation system combined with powerful fans. These unwanted parts are returned to the field, as forming a natural mulch layer that helps retain soil moisture and boost fertility. The valuable cane stalks, rich in sugar and economic value, are pre-processed on the spot, cut into short segments, and sent to a large holding chamber at the back of the machine. A modern harvester can handle between 80 to 120 tons of sugarcane per hour, equivalent to the workload of dozens of manual laborers. This significantly speeds up the harvest process, cuts costs, and is especially well suited for large-scale sugarcane farms. Once full, the chopped cane is swiftly transferred to waiting trucks at the edge of the field, ready to be transported straight to the factory. This ensures the cane remains fresh and retains its optimal sugar content. after harvesting millions of tons of sugarcane, are transported to the factory by truck or train, depending on the region. The cane must be delivered to the mill as quickly as possible to prevent dehydration and loss of sweetness. Juice samples from different farms are collected separately and analyzed in on-site laboratories to determine the sugar content of each batch. Before processing begins, the sugarcane is passed through a high-pressure water spray system to be thoroughly washed. This step removes soil sand, dust, and any remaining impurities, clinging to the cane stalks, ensuring the raw material meets the necessary cleanliness standards. Thorough cleaning not only protects the crushing equipment from damage, but also plays a crucial role in preserving the quality of the raw sugar, cane juice, the primary ingredient used to produce sugar. After being washed, the long sugar cane stalks are fed into specialized cutting machines to be chopped into smaller pieces. The stalks are cut into short segments to make them easier to feed into the crushing system. On its way to the crushing machine, each cane stalk passes through a set of interlocking metal gears that tear it apart. With a processing speed of up to 30 tons an hour, this system keeps the factory buzzing non-stop. If you still can't picture how much that is, one dairy cow would need around 40 days to chew through that much sugarcane, assuming she doesn't get bored and wander off halfway through. Next, these pieces pass through powerful crushers, equipped with heavy rollers, that continuously press and squeeze the cane to extract raw juice. Thanks to this roller system, the sugar content is extracted as efficiently as possible, maximizing the output of the entire process. Once the crushing is done, the leftover dry pulp, known as bagasse, is far from waste. Instead, it's smartly collected and reused. Meanwhile, the raw cane juice becomes the key ingredient for the next stages of refined sugar production. Have you ever experienced the scent of a mountain of sugarcane pulp filling the air? I bet it's one of the sweetest and most soothing smells that could ever make you feel truly satisfied in life. And now prepare to be amazed by how factories make almost full use of sugarcane bagasse, turning it into eco-friendly products like plates, cups, and even paper. The bagasse is then collected and transported to specialized recycling facilities by truck or through a centralized transfer system. At the recycling plant, the bagasse goes through a high-pressure water washing system to remove impurities like soil, sand, shredded cane peel, and any remaining sugar. After washing, it is either mechanically pressed or lightly dried to prepare it for the grinding stage. Once cleaned, the bagasse is fed into grinding machines to break down its fibrous structure. The resulting mixture is then cooked at high temperatures, sometimes with a small amount of natural additives, like starch or recycled paper pulp, to enhance the material's stickiness and flexibility. The processed bagasse pulp is poured into pre-designed, heated metal molds shaped like plates, cups, bowls, or food containers. Here, the hot pressing process takes place at temperatures ranging from 160 to 200 degrees Celsius. Under the combined effect of heat and pressure, the pulp gradually hardens and takes the shape of the mold, while any remaining moisture is evaporated. As a result, the product not only forms a fixed shape, but also gains a stable, firm surface ready for the next finishing steps. After molding the finished products go through a final drying stage to reduce moisture content to below 8%. Next comes the finishing stage, where excess edges are trimmed and the rims are smoothed to ensure both visual appeal and safe use. Finally, a water-resistant coating made from bio-based materials or plant-based wax is sprayed onto the surface, allowing the products to safely hold hot or liquid foods. The finished products undergo quality inspection and are then packaged using paper or cardboard materials to minimize environmental impact. From there, these bagasse-based plates, cups and containers make their way to supermarkets, food stores or restaurants. In reality, products made from sugarcane bagasse can biodegrade within 60 to 90 days and are considered a much more environmentally friendly option compared to plastic, which takes 500 to 1,000 years to decompose and is one of the biggest environmental challenges today. But the issue is, the gas products require proper industrial composting conditions to decompose that quickly. If they are thrown into regular landfills, the decomposition time can sometimes be even longer. And now, let's dive into the most anticipated part. The sugar factory, where those sweet drops of sugarcane juice are transformed into the pure, white sugar crystals we use every day. After crushing the raw sugar, cane juice still contains fine impurities like fibers, dust, and organic residue to purify it. Lime is added to the juice. The lime reacts with the impurities, causing them to precipitate out, making the juice clearer, a crucial step before concentration. Next, the juice enters a multi-effect evaporation system, typically made up of 3 to 5 connected evaporators. In this system, water is gradually removed by heating the juice at temperatures ranging from 70 to 150 degrees Celsius, depending on each stage and the pressure inside. Through this process, the juice thickens and turns into a pale, yellow syrup with a noticeably denser consistency. This concentrated syrup sets the stage for the crystallization step, where sweet crystals begin to form from the thick, golden liquid. To begin the crystallization process, seed sugar crystals are added to the concentrated syrup, which is then slowly cooled over several hours. Sugar gradually begins to crystallize. The resulting mixture is then transferred to a centrifuge, which spins at high speed to separate the sugar crystals from the remaining molasses. This is the key step that defines the difference between raw brown sugar and refined white sugar, a question many people have long wondered about. Brown sugar retains about 3 to 5% of natural molasses, giving it a rich brown color and a distinctive caramel-like aroma, while white sugar is refined to the point that it contains up to 99.9% pure sucrose, resulting in its bright appearance and clean, pure sweetness. After centrifugation, the sugar crystals are still slightly moist, so they are sent into a drying system to remove all remaining moisture. This prevents clumping and extends shelf life. Once dried, the sugar is ready to move on to the refining stage, where it will be purified to achieve its final sparkling white form. To produce pure white sugar, the decolorization process is carried out. First, raw, refined sugar is dissolved in hot water at around 80 degrees Celsius. The solution is then heated and filtered through layers of sand and gravel, followed by activated carbon columns to remove the color. Finally, the solution is centrifuged once more to obtain pure white sugar crystals. Once the pure white sugar crystals are obtained, they are cooled and fed into a fully automated packaging line within a sealed hygienic environment. The first step is precise weighing. Electronic scales measure out exact portions based on preset weights. Next, the sugar is dispensed into preformed plastic bags. These bags are pulled continuously from large PE film rolls cut to size and sealed with heat. This process is incredibly fast. Dozens to hundreds of bags can be packed every minute. After sealing, the bags pass through a metal detector to ensure no foreign objects are present. Once approved, the bags are printed with expiration dates and traceability codes, then packed into large cardboard boxes for distribution to the market. Sugar beet is a crucial crop in American agriculture, significantly contributing to the sugar production, industry, and other agricultural products. Sugar beets are primarily grown in states such as California, Idaho, Michigan, Nebraska, and North Dakota. The U.S. is one of the world's largest sugar producers, with sugar beets playing a vital role in supplying sugar for both domestic markets and exports. About 55% of the sugar consumed domestically is produced from sugar beets, while the remainder comes from sugarcane. The production of sugar beets not only meets domestic consumption needs, but also serves the food, beverage, and other food processing industries. Beyond providing sugar, sugar beets also produce livestock feed from the residual pulp after processing, contributing to the food and agricultural supply chain. With substantial output and an irreplaceable role, sugar beets not only supply essential raw materials for the food industry, but also support the development of American agriculture, boosting the economy and meeting the needs of millions of global consumers. In the spring, when the soil is warm enough and the frost season has passed, farmers prepare their fields for planting sugar beets. First, they plow the soil to loosen it, remove weeds, and improve drainage, creating an ideal environment for plant growth. To enhance soil fertility, farmers often spread manure, which helps retain moisture and provides organic nutrients to the plants. After the soil preparation, farmers proceed with sowing the seeds. To ensure even seed density and spacing, they use automatic seed drills, saving time and effort. Seeds have been treated with chemicals and poured into the seeder's hopper. Each hopper can hold up to 3,000 seeds. Sugar beet seeds are sown about 2 to 3 centimeters deep in the soil, with reasonable spacing between seeds and rows to allow ample space for growth. Throughout the growth process, providing sufficient water is crucial. After planting, care is essential to help the sugar beet plant grow. Farmers use automated irrigation systems with rotating arms that have attached sprinklers, distributing water evenly across the field. This system rotates, spraying water on each sugar beet plant, ensuring that the plants do not suffer from water scarcity and grow strong without becoming waterlogged. Besides watering, fertilizing is also essential. Fertilizers used may be liquid or granular, with key components including nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, helping sugar beets to grow healthy, rapidly, and achieve high yields. Another important aspect of sugar beet care is healing the soil. This equipment helps protect the beets from environmental impacts and improves nutrient absorption from the soil. Typically, it takes about 7 to 8 months for sugar beets to mature and be ready for harvest. When the time comes, American farmers employ modern machinery to harvest the crops. These machines allow for quick and efficient harvesting, while ensuring the quality of the produce. As the harvest season begins, the vast sugar beet fields are bustling, with specialized machinery tasked with the job. These harvesters are specifically designed for precise and optimal extraction of sugar beets. The harvesting process begins as the machine enters the field, where the sugar beets have matured. Sugar beet harvesters typically feature a sharp, controlled cutting system that digs deep into the soil to separate the beet roots from the ground. This digging component can cut and lift the beets without breaking them or harming the soil. Once lifted, the beets are transferred to a conveyor belt that moves them to the cleaning units. Moreover, the harvesting of sugar beets is made more modern, and efficient through the use of two specialized machines. First, a large harvester moves across the field, using powerful cutting blades to remove all the foliage from the sugar beets. This machine separates the leaves from the roots, preparing them for the main harvesting phase. Following this, another machine equipped with special mechanisms passes over to lift the beets from the ground. The beets are placed on a conveyor belt, where they undergo preliminary cleaning, removing soil and any remaining impurities. This process ensures the beets retain their best quality. Finally, the cleaned beets are transferred to a truck, parked near the field, ready to be transported to the processing facility. Modern harvesters can process up to 12 rows of sugar beets simultaneously, saving time and increasing labor productivity. This is especially important for large-scale operations, as it allows farmers to complete their work quickly, without excessive effort. These machines are also equipped with automated control systems that allow for adjustments to the harvesting speed to match soil and weather conditions, ensuring a smooth and efficient harvesting process. Sugar beet harvesters are not just tools for increasing productivity. They are essential components of the agricultural production chain. Each sugar beet harvester is very expensive, often costing hundreds of thousands of dollars. Although the initial cost of the machines is high, they help farmers harvest quickly. On average, each hectare of sugar beet field can harvest between 30 and 70 tons of beets. After harvesting, the sugar beets are transported to a roadside storage area. The trucks cannot go down into the fields, so they use a special conveyor belt to load the sugar beets onto the trucks. Before reaching the factory, sugar beets are gathered in large storage yards. It's impressive to see the enormous volume of beets, isn't it? Consolidating large quantities of beets in this area not only highlights the scale of production, but also serves a practical purpose. It optimizes the workflow, ensuring that raw materials are continuously and efficiently ready for factory processing. Once all the beets have been consolidated, the remaining tasks are performed at the processing plant. This is where a closed-loop process transforms the raw, muddy beets into pure sugar granules, ready to meet consumer and production demands. The process is carried out with the support of advanced technologies and modern machinery, ensuring optimal efficiency and the highest quality. First, the cleaning stage begins. The sugar beets in the consolidation area are moved on a conveyor belt to an automatic washing system. Here, strong water jets directly spray the beets, combined with rotating drums and conveyors, helping to remove dirt, rocks, and other impurities from the surface. After washing, the beets are transferred to the sorting area, where automatic scanning machines with optical sensors inspect the quality and size of each beet. Damaged or substandard beets are discarded, while those that meet requirements continue on to the processing line. Next is the slicing stage, an important step in the processing. Modern slicing machines with sharp blades cut the beets into thin strips, called cassettes. These strips have a greater surface area, facilitating the sugar extraction process. The cassettes are then placed in large extraction tanks, where water heated to about 70 degrees Celsius circulates to dissolve the natural sucrose in the beets. The result is a raw juice with a high sugar content that is collected and moved to the refining stage. This raw juice, while rich in sucrose, still contains impurities. Therefore, it is treated in large filtration tanks by adding lime, milk, and carbon dioxide. These substances react with the impurities, forming insoluble sediment, which is then removed through high-pressure filtration. The result is a clearer sugar solution, but it still requires further processing to achieve the highest purity. This solution is transferred to an evaporation tower, where excess water is removed, increasing the sugar concentration. Evaporation towers often use vacuum technology to reduce the boiling temperature and protect the quality of the sugar. Once the solution reaches a certain concentration, it is moved to a crystallizer. Here small seed crystals are added to help the sugar crystallize and grow into the desired crystal size. After crystallization, the sugar crystals are still coated with a layer of molasses, giving them a golden hue. They are placed in a centrifuge, where they are spun at high speeds to separate the molasses from the sugar crystals. The molasses is often used as a raw material for other products, while the sugar crystals proceed to the drying stage. Drying equipment uses hot air to dry the sugar, ensuring each crystal meets standards for moisture content and purity. Once the sugar is dry, it is moved to an automatic packaging system. Depending on its intended use, the sugar may be packaged in small bags for household use or large sacks for the food industry. For liquid sugar, such as syrup, specialized bottling lines handle the bottling process, ensuring each bottle is securely sealed and safe. Now, you have a comprehensive view of how farmers harvest millions of tons of sugar beets. Thank you for joining me on this exciting journey. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to continue learning about the wonders of the agricultural world. Goodbye and see you in the next video. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Agriculture Insight. Are you feeling stressed out from your work? It's time to take a break and immerse yourself in the natural beauty of the vast citrus orchards across the United States. With their refreshing taste and high nutritional value, citrus have become a popular fruit in the United States. Did you know that American farmers harvest 4.9 million tons of tangerines each year? That is really an amazing number. Growing and harvesting such large quantities of tangerines requires the support of modern machinery. In today's video, we will follow American farmers through the entire process of growing, harvesting, and processing citrus. Let's get started. California and Florida are the heartlands of American citrus farming, with climates that perfectly match the needs of these trees. Grafting is a popular method of propagating citrus trees, allowing farmers to produce trees that produce fruit faster and maintain desirable characteristics. In this process, a scion is attached to the rootstock of a young tree. The rootstock is chosen for its disease resistance and adaptability to soil conditions, while the scion determines the type of citrus fruit produced. The grafted parts are tied together to promote growth, and as the scion takes root, it begins to grow as part of the rootstock, eventually forming a single productive tree. Once the seedlings are strong enough, they can be separated from the base and planted in soil. After about 6 months in the nursery, farmers can plant the young tree in the garden. Planting typically occurs in early spring, with young trees planted at strategic intervals to ensure enough space for root and canopy development. In dry regions like California, drip irrigation systems are often used to deliver precise amounts of water directly to each tree's roots, helping conserve water and support stable growth, especially during the early stages. Additionally, farmers use machinery for both fertilization and pruning to optimize the care process. Automated fertilizer spreaders are programmed to distribute nutrients, such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium at key times, like budding or fruit setting, to ensure strong and even growth. These machines apply fertilizer in the form of mist, allowing plants to absorb nutrients directly through the leaves. Pruning is also done with machinery, particularly in large citrus orchards. Automatic pruning machines help remove weak or dead branches, allowing the trees to receive adequate sunlight and airflow, reducing disease risk. This method not only saves time, but also provides farmers with high precision, ensuring each tree has the ideal shape for growth. Citrus trees can get yellow leaf disease during growth, causing the tree to die, so farmers must use special medicine to help the tree grow healthy. After 2 to 3 years, citrus trees reach maturity and start to bear fruit. Blooming usually begins in spring. Citrus blossoms are fragrant and attract pollinators, especially bees, which help increase fruit yield. These flowers bloom for a few days, during which they are pollinated to produce fruit. Although citrus flowers can self-pollinate, bees play a crucial role in enhancing pollination efficiency, helping the orchards achieve higher yields and better fruit quality. After 6 to 8 months from flowering, the citrus fruits are ready for harvest. Picking begins when fruits reach their full color and sweetness. Before harvesting, fruits are sampled to measure sweetness and quality. Only fully ripe fruits are selected, ensuring that customers receive the best flavor and texture. To prevent bruising, citrus fruits are generally picked by hand. Workers use specialized tools, such as clippers and ladders, to harvest the fruit safely and efficiently. Each worker will carry a bag with them, so that they can directly put the citrus fruits in it. Once the bag is full, they go to the large containers to pour the citrus fruits into it. For the fruits that are high up, they use a small ladder to climb directly up and pick them from the tree. Workers, often seasonal laborers, earn around $10–15 per hour, depending on experience and region. Each fruit is placed carefully in baskets or crates to avoid damage and transported to processing facilities. Besides, mechanical harvesting is also applied on large farms. A canopy shaker is typically a large machine that can either be mounted on a tractor or operate as a self-driving unit, moving down rows of trees. It has long, flexible rods extending from the machine's body that reach out to the branches, creating gentle vibrations that cause ripe fruits to drop. These vibrations are calibrated to shake only the ripe fruit from the trees, leaving unripe fruit intact and avoiding any damage to the branches. The fallen fruit is collected on mats or conveyor belts below, then moved into storage bins. Some machines are equipped with large catch frames that wrap around the tree canopy, neatly capturing the fruit as it falls. Canopy shakers can harvest much faster than manual picking, saving time during peak harvest season. They are commonly used in major citrus growing regions, like Florida and California, where orchards are planted and arranged specifically to work well with this type of machinery. Each of these machines costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. But for large farms, the money is well worth it. To improve harvesting efficiency, there's also another type of machine, called a tree shaker. The machine has a long rod. When shaking the tree, the citrus fruits fall down, and the farmer can pick them up on the ground. Or there is also a type of machine equipped with a net to support the citrus fruits to fall straight into it. In some streets where citrus trees are planted, they also use this machine to harvest the fruit. After harvesting, citrus fruits are transported to the sorting line. The first step in processing citrus fruits involves thoroughly washing them to remove any dirt, dust, and residual chemicals. They are often passed through a series of water baths or sprayed with water jets to rinse off surface contaminants. Some facilities may also use gentle brushing systems to ensure the fruits are clean without damaging their skins. To prevent contamination, the water used is typically filtered and treated. And some facilities add a mild, food-safe sanitizer to ensure the fruits are free from bacteria and fungi after washing. Citrus fruits move on to a sorting and grading stage. Here they go through optical sorting machines, equipped with advanced sensors and cameras that analyze each fruit size, color, and surface quality. The machine can detect minor blemishes, discoloration, and other imperfections, sorting the fruits into categories based on appearance. Fruits that don't meet quality standards are often redirected for juice production, ensuring that only the highest quality fruits continue to the fresh market. Size sorting fruits are measured for uniformity, often using grids or rotating drums with size-specific holes to separate different fruit sizes. Color and blemish detection. Optical sensors identify the exact color and check for any discoloration, which may indicate over-ripeness or bruising. Surface flaws are also detected, ensuring only visually appealing fruits make it to the packing stage. Once sorted, the fruits are ready for packing. High-quality citrus fruits are packed into boxes that are lined with protective padding to prevent bruising during transportation. Each box is carefully filled to avoid any excess pressure on the fruits. At the bottom, like an often, fruits are individually separated with dividers or cushion layers to maintain their quality. After packing, each box is labeled with essential information that helps maintain quality control, and traceability labels typically include origin. Harvest date storage instructions. Next we go to the orange juice factory. At a citrus juice processing facility, the freshly harvested oranges, mandarins, or other citrus fruits first undergo a thorough washing to remove any dirt, pesticide residues, and other contaminants. Once cleaned, the fruits are sorted for quality, with only the ripest and undamaged fruits moving forward in the juicing process. The citrus fruits are then fed into industrial juicing machines, where the juice is extracted by separating the pulp, seeds, and peels. After extraction, the juice is filtered to ensure a smooth consistency and remove any remaining solids. The filter juice is then pasteurized at a controlled temperature to kill harmful bacteria, while retaining flavor and nutrients. Quality control checks are performed on each batch to test for taste, acidity, and safety, ensuring a high-quality product. Finally, the juice is bottled in a sterile environment, labeled with nutritional information and production details, and prepared for storage and shipping, ready to reach consumers in fresh, top-quality condition. We've now explored the entire journey of citrus fruits, from sunlit orchards to the final glass of refreshing juice. Every step from careful soil preparation to meticulous harvesting and processing requires skill, effort, and technology. So next time you sip your orange juice, remember the dedication of farmers and workers who bring these fruits to your table. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more agricultural insights. See you in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome back to Agriculture Insight. Did you know that date palms are considered the gold of the desert in arid and semi-arid regions? Every year, farmers around the world, especially in the Middle East and North Africa, harvest over 1 million tons of dates. However, did you know that the United States also produces high-quality dates, particularly in California? In today's video, we'll explore vast date palm orchards, where these trees are not only grown under harsh conditions, but are also meticulously cared for to yield sweet, nutritious dates. Then we'll visit modern facilities, where the dates are cleaned, sorted, and processed into various products, such as dried dates, date jam, and even date-based confections. This video will give you a closer look at the incredible journey of the date palm, from the barren deserts to our dining tables. Before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, so you won't miss out on our exciting content about modern agriculture. Let's embark on this discovery journey together. The journey of the date palm begins with a crucial first step: creating seedlings. Choosing the wrong variety can mean wasting both effort and resources, but fear not. With modern technology, farms today produce disease-resistant, stable seedlings that perfectly adapt to the environment. Each seedling is carefully selected from high-yielding varieties and meticulously evaluated in modern laboratories. Look at the nursery, where date palm seeds are carefully nurtured until they are ready to go into battle. In just a few weeks, these young date palms look like mini coconut trees, but they are full of potential. They transplant the mature trees into the large farm. The seedlings are typically planted in pots or directly in the soil. The trees are spaced about 8 to 10 meters apart to ensure they have enough room to grow and to facilitate future care. From planting to maturity, caring for date palms is akin to raising a child. Regular watering is essential to keep the soil moist. And don't forget to feed them with organic and NPK fertilizers. As the plants grow, farmers adjust the water and fertilizer amounts based on the weather and the plant's growth stage. Like humans, date palms show symptoms when they encounter problems: yellow leaves, weak stems, or early fruit drop. That's when the plant needs help. Additionally, regular pruning helps prevent pests and diseases and keeps the plants in optimal condition. Farmers also spray pesticides with cannons, which significantly increases productivity. This cannon is used for spraying in different stages of the plant, mainly when the plant is too tall. Date palms are not in a hurry. It takes about 4 to 8 years for the trees to produce their first sweet fruits when the flowers bloom. Farmers play the role of matchmakers, collecting pollen from male flowers to pollinate the female flowers, combining tradition and machinery for maximum efficiency. Notice this is the detailed process of pollinating date palm flowers. The farmer collects the pollen from the male flowers, then separates the female flowers and ties them together with a long string. Finally, they trim the tops of the flowers. After pollination, young date fruits appear. Farmers will thin out the fruits on a bunch to help the fruits get more nutrients, helping the fruits grow larger. After pollination, green date clusters are formed. Green dates on the tree are typically dark green, small and hard, marking the beginning of their development. At this stage, they contain high levels of acids and fibers, making their taste quite tart and not yet sweet enough to eat directly. About 2 months before harvesting, the date clusters are carefully covered to protect against pests and ensure even ripening. From September to December, as the colors shift from green to yellow, orange, or brown, it's time to harvest. Harvesting dates can be done in 2 ways: manually or mechanically. The traditional method involves climbing the tree to pick each cluster, while the modern approach uses machines that shake the tree. In either case, protecting the fruit from damage is a top priority. First, let's talk about manual harvesting, a traditional method that has been used for thousands of years. In smaller orchards or places where machinery is not used, farmers climb the trees or use ladders to reach the date clusters. The farmer carefully uses their hands or pruning shears to cut the cluster from the tree. They must be very gentle to avoid crushing or dropping the fruit. After cutting, the clusters are placed in baskets or cable cars for easy transport to the ground above. The picker places the clusters into the cable car, and they move down to the ground, where someone is waiting to catch and bag them. After harvesting, the dates are neatly packed into containers right in the orchard. These containers are usually made of plastic or wood to ensure ventilation, preventing the dates from overheating. Manual harvesting is labor-intensive and time-consuming, especially if there are many trees. It requires skill and dexterity from the farmer, is dangerous when climbing high, especially without proper safety equipment. And the main cost is labor, which can vary from $10 to $20 per hour per person, depending on the region. Climbing date palms to harvest the fruit is an extremely dangerous task that requires utmost caution. Date palms are typically tall, with few branches to hold on to, increasing the risk of falling for those who climb. Additionally, having to carry cutting tools and a fruit basket up high adds extra weight and can lead to imbalance. Moreover, the high temperatures and intense sunlight during the harvest season can diminish physical strength and concentration, thereby increasing the likelihood of accidents. Therefore, using personal protective equipment, such as safety harnesses, helmets, and non-slip shoes is essential to ensure the safety of those harvesting the fruit from the trees. Harvesting dates from low-growing trees requires less effort than from tall trees. Farmers can easily access the fruit without the use of ladders or forklifts. They gently pick each fruit by hand or cut off bunches of fruit, then place them in prepared baskets or bins. Next is mechanical harvesting. Automatic lifting platforms or self-propelled lifts are modern tools that make date harvesting safer and more efficient. Before operation, the machine is thoroughly checked to ensure smooth functioning, and workers are equipped with safety harnesses and harvesting tools, like pruning shears or small knives. The operator drives the machine to each date palm, using a lifting basket that can extend 10 to 20 meters, allowing workers to easily reach ripe clusters without dangerous climbing. The lifting basket is flexibly adjusted to always be in the most convenient position, allowing workers to gently cut the date clusters without causing damage. After harvesting, the clusters are carefully placed in a container in the basket before the machine moves down to switch to another tree. With the automatic lift, the harvesting process becomes faster, significantly reducing manual labor effort and greatly increasing productivity. Using modern machinery for harvesting dates significantly enhances safety by eliminating the need for workers to climb high trees, thus reducing the risk of falls and injuries. However, this method involves a substantial financial investment, as it requires the purchase and maintenance of specialized equipment, like mechanical lifts and automated harvesting systems. Despite the higher costs, the increased efficiency and improved worker safety often justify the investment, making it a viable option for larger operations aiming to optimize their harvesting processes. At the factory, the journey of the dates begins with an essential first step: thorough cleaning. The freshly harvested dates often have dust, sand, and possibly other contaminants from the environment. They are passed through an automatic washing system, where high-pressure water jets evenly remove the dirt. Some factories also use ultrasonic cleaning machines to deeply clean hard-to-reach areas, ensuring the dates are completely clean before moving to the next stage. After cleaning, the dates are transferred to an automatic sorting system. This step is crucial to ensure uniform quality for each product. Dates are sorted based on size, color, and quality, thanks to advanced optical sensor technology. Large, uniformly colored fruits, without cracks or bruises, are selected for high-end products, while smaller or slightly flawed fruits are sorted into groups for processing into jams or date powder. Manual sorting of dates is a meticulous process that requires high-skilled workers check each date, classifying them based on size, color, and surface condition. Beautiful, uncracked, and unbruised fruits are selected for premium packaging, while smaller or imperfect fruits are used for processing into jams or powders. This method, though time-consuming, ensures consistent quality across products. Next, high-quality dates are moved to a modern drying system. The drying process takes place in large chambers, where temperature and humidity are tightly controlled. The goal of this stage is to remove excess water from the fruits, while retaining their natural sweetness and nutritional value after drying. The dates are moved to the packaging area. Here the environment is strictly controlled to ensure sterility. Dates are packaged using vacuum machines or inert gases, like nitrogen, to prevent oxidation and extend shelf life. Each packet of dates is carefully sealed to keep the fruits fresh and ready for transportation to consumers. Finally, each packet of dates is labeled with complete information about the origin, production date, and expiration date before being stored or shipped. The final product is perfect dates that retain their sweet flavor, soft texture, and nutritional value, providing an excellent experience for consumers around the world. Thank you for watching the entire video. Now, you understand how farmers grow and harvest millions of tons of dates each year. Please like and subscribe to help me create more videos. Goodbye and see you in the next video.